If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for being a supporter of this channel. We're 300 subscribers away from 7,000 subs. Let's get there as quick as we can. We're in a constant fight daily with the YouTube algorithm. So if you could help out by liking, commenting, subscribing and sharing these video updates, it'd be really appreciated. I do the best that I can to prepare you for all the possible scenarios, and the ones that are being shown are the ones that you take. But yeah, you've prepared for all of them by watching these updates. So in yesterday's video, we were saying that as we had broken out during the day, this would have meant that the bulls are back in power. We're finally above this point. We're finally invalidating these 3.94 cent targets, and during that video update, as I hit record, we were already back underneath. I think we were at the 20 moving average, so I said if the bulls are truly there, we're going to bounce and reclaim it here, or bounce and reclaim it from the 55. You can clearly see that the bears are back in control, everyone. However, as I mentioned in yesterday's update, I said that Kaspa could explode if it holds this low, and the low that we're talking about is roughly the 0.5 Fibonacci, slightly above it at the 200 moving average over here. This is where everything changed. Since breaking through this key level of resistance, we've then invalidated these targets down here. This is what we're keeping it valid. But as we pump to this area, which was a free trade that I gave on the channel over here, we were saying that I was saying that I'll maintain bearish underneath this, simply because we could come back down to that level, dead cat bounce, eventually fall through and validate those targets again. We got back above that point yesterday, but in that same day fell back underneath. So we would have to say that the bears are in control at the moment. They are protecting this resistance. They're keeping it as the top of the market between the 51900 and the newly marked out resistance point from yesterday, 5.4 cent over there, 54000. A nice psychological level. This area is our resistance. If we break through the 51900, we are essentially invalidating that, but while still beneath the higher one, we could get sent back underneath, validating the bearish, well, giving more chances for the bearish case. However, this is the signal, the bullish signal that is flashing. The fact that it's crossed over the area that was once keeping us bearish, keeping these targets to the downside valid, has now actually not been confirmed as support. I think that's what could be happening right now. So what we need to see is this 200 EMA over here being confirmed as support, and then finally breaking out of these two yellow resistance points above our heads over here. And with that, then we're completely invalidating any further downside to this 3.94 cent location, and then we can look onwards and upwards to 5.5 to 6 cent for Kaspa. So it's quite exciting if we do actually break out, hold this low over here and actually explode. Just need to break those 2 points and we will get this movement. It will happen fast once it actually breaks through these 2 points. But again, it might not happen whatsoever. Could be coming down right now to the 200 EMA, eventually losing it, flip it into resistance, as well as the golden pocket over here. Please understand, and the area that we're mainly focused on is the 200 EMA. We can see that that lines very nicely with this top over here. But as there was support at this point as well, we have broken out of this swing high. We've created a new one over here. So if we do come back down to that area, it should act as support. We can see that it's more specific than just a line. The line would be over here, very nicely in line with the 200 EMA, but we've also got the candles over here. So it's an area between the 200 EMA as well as the 382 fib at 48508. This is the area that needs to hold. We would say that if we've broken this swing high, formed a new one, you just come back to the old one and flip it into a swing low. So the old swing high flips into swing low. If you ever lose this key level of support now, you come to the level below. So in this freak scenario, you can actually afford to come down to the 786 fib here at 45241. And if we could then reclaim the 200 EMA, would still go on a bullish path. So for me to now believe that 100% we are coming down here, I need to see the loss of the 786 fib. So I know previously we were saying get above the golden pocket over here, the 0.5, and now we have to hold above it. But again, this is the most recent high after this new one set. If you ever lose this as support, you go to the lower level of support, which is also the previous resistance of this double bottom, also support in the past over here. So we know that this is valid. If I draw a line across this area, we can actually see that, oh, awful line, but you get what I'm coming at, that this over here is a fake out. We came back inside, confirmed the previous support again as the bottom, so that would be the lowest point we would want to come down to, and then if we then go ahead and lose that, then there's no more arguments. We eventually do continue down to those targets. So hold this low over here and we will get this breakout, and once it does break out, it will happen fast. We don't have to come down to that point, we just need to find support above it, and usually we would follow the 200 EMA, which is now basically the bottom of our uptrend. So we've, since getting above, confirming its support, have been continuing up. We've now had a double top over here, and if this does validate by losing the neckline, which is the 382 fib, then you'd say the target is back down here, but the 200 EMA could bring us back above the neckline, break through these two resistances, and then we'll get some explosive moves going forward for Kaspa. So it's exciting times. We need to keep our eye on it. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think we will lose this low and not get this explosion to the upside where we validate those targets to the downside again? Do you think this low will hold? We'll actually find our support higher, maybe possibly on the 0.5 and the 200 EMA over here. It's going to be between the 0.5 and the 382 where we're looking to find support and then continue higher. This would mean that our short-term trend to the upside will continue, as the 200 EMA in this case, as we are above it, marks the bottom of our uptrend. So if we are truly bullish, we're going to be holding this area, reclaiming those other moving averages and continue higher. If we now then get a bearish crossover here, we run back up into it as resistance, this is the path where we do eventually continue lower. I'll update you guys, so don't worry when anything changes. So I'll just be back tomorrow with another update. But for the moment, it does seem as if we're coming in towards the 0.5 and the 382 fib. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. This is the final day of the discount on my course. If you want to hear more about that, here's a little clip right now. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates, so you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.